is quiet before everyone wakes. The house is quiet before everyone wakes. A little blue light underneath the door. The clock in the kitchen is all I can hear, and the old wooden floor beneath my feet. I fill the kettle, turn the small light on, pull out the chair I always use. For once there is nowhere I have to hurry, nothing I have to prove. So I sit here for a minute with my hands around the cup before the day begins, asking, I remember I am loved. Meet me in the quiet before the morning starts, before I carry everybody and everything inside my heart. I don't need the perfect words, I don't need to understand. Just let me sit here in the silence and remember whose I am. Meet me in the quiet before the morning starts. Soon there'll be footsteps down the hallway, someone asking where their sweater went. A door will close, a phone will ring, and every hour will fill itself again. But right now the sky's getting lighter, a thin gold line above the trees, and I can hear a bird beginning, like it knows something I need. Maybe peace is not a place where nothing ever moves. Maybe peace is knowing I don't move through life without you. Meet me in the quiet before the morning starts, before I carry everybody and everything inside my heart. I don't need the perfect words, I don't need to understand. Just let me sit here in the silence and remember whose I am. You were here before I woke, you'll be here when evening comes. In every room I walk into, I will never walk alone. So when the house begins to fill and this quiet disappears, let me carry something of this morning with me through the day. Stay with me beyond the quiet. When the morning starts, in the hurried little moments, in the ordinary parts, I may lose these peaceful minutes, but I won't lose your hand. The house is waking all around me, and now I think I can begin. Footsteps in the hallway, morning light, I leave the little lamp on and rise. I was driving before 7 with the heater running low. The road was almost empty and I had somewhere I should go. Then the trees opened beside me and I saw across the fields a quiet line of sunlight resting softly on the hills. I don't know why I noticed I've passed that way before, but this time I pulled over and opened up the door. I saw the morning resting on the hills. No hurry in the sunlight, no worry in the fields. The world was waking slowly, and somehow I could feel you were already here before I knew I needed you. I saw the morning resting on the hills, and for a little while my heart was still. There was mist above the meadow and water on the grass. A truck went by behind me, then the road was still again. I thought about the questions I'd been carrying all week, the answers I kept asking for, the sleep that I had lost. But standing there that morning, I didn't need them yet. The hills weren't asking anything, they simply took the light. I saw the morning resting on the hills. No hurry in the sunlight, no worry in the fields. The world was waking slowly, and somehow I could feel you were already here before I knew I needed you. I saw the morning resting on the hills, and for a little while my heart was still. Maybe I don't need tomorrow to explain itself today. Maybe I can trust the light that finds me on the way. The fields don't know the future, still they open to the sun. Teach my heart that kind of trust to receive what you have given. I left the morning resting on the hills. The road was waiting for me, and I had places still to be. Nothing about my questions had suddenly become clear, but I wasn't carrying them quite the same way anymore. You were there among the hills, and you were coming down the road with me. Engine starts, morning behind me, light ahead. You left your umbrella here again. You left your umbrella here again, beside the shoes behind the door. The blue one with the broken handle, you've forgotten twice before. I picked it up to put it somewhere, then I left it where it was, because somehow that old umbrella made the hallway feel less empty. places you don't know. A cup beside the kitchen sink, a coat you meant to take back home. And maybe love is partly this, remembering what others leave behind, keeping something safe until they come again. You left your umbrella here, so I'll keep it dry. It started raining after lunchtime, and I wondered where you were. I almost called to tell you, then remembered you'd be busy, so I sent a little message. Your umbrella's here with me. You wrote back, of course it is, with the laughing face you always use. And for some reason I smiled longer than I thought I would. You leave little pieces of your life in places you don't know. A cup beside the kitchen sink, a coat you meant to take back home. And maybe love is partly this, remembering what others leave behind, keeping something safe until they come again. You left your umbrella here, so I'll keep it dry. Lord, you know the things I leave behind, the words I meant to say, the promises I forget, the parts of me I lose along the way. Still you never seem impatient when I come back through your door. Maybe that's why little acts of love can tell me something more. To care for what belongs to someone is another way of saying you matter here. You left your umbrella here again, I'll leave it by the door. Next time rain begins to fall, you'll know exactly where to look. And when you come, I'll make some tea. You can stay until the rain is through. Maybe love is soft and quieter than we expect it to be. Sometimes it's just keeping someone's umbrella dry and leaving room for them to return. Rain against the window, blue umbrella by the door. Threw this picture away. I was cleaning out a drawer, looking for a spare old key. Found a stack of faded pictures under things I didn't need. There I was beside the ocean, hair much shorter than today, standing next to people I haven't seen in years. I almost put it with the papers I was going to throw away. Then I noticed how I was smiling and sat down there to stay. I almost threw this picture away, like it belonged to another life. But there I was, still becoming, still getting so much wrong and right. I don't need to go back there, I don't need those years to stay. But I'm glad she made it through them. I almost threw this picture away. I remember that old summer more clearly than I thought. I was worried about the future, certain I was falling short. I thought everybody else had somewhere better to begin. Funny seeing that young face now and knowing what she couldn't then. She would lose some things she wanted, find some things she never planned. And on nights she thought she'd fallen, there would still be one more hand. If I could speak across those years, I know what I would say. You don't have to know the ending, just keep living through today. I almost threw this picture away, like it belonged to another life. But there I was, still becoming, still getting so much wrong and right. I don't need to go back there, I don't need those years to stay. But I'm glad she made it through them. I almost threw this picture away. And Lord, I see you differently, looking backward now. Not only in the doors that open, but in the strength I somehow found in people who stayed near me, and mornings after harder nights. I thought I was surviving on my own. Now I can see I wasn't. I won't throw this picture away, I'll place it somewhere I can see. Not to wish that I were younger, not to mourn who I used to be, just to remember every season had some grace I couldn't name. And the woman in this picture is still part of who I am today. So I'll keep this little picture, and then I'll close the drawer. One faded photograph, one quiet smile. Thank you for bringing her this far. I saved you something for dinner. You called a little after 6, said work was running late again. I heard the tiredness in your voice, though you said don't wait for me. So we ate around the table, talked about the day we'd had. Then I covered one more plate and put it gently in the fridge. Nothing special, rice and something warm, but I wrote your name across the top. I saved you something for dinner, in case you come home hungry tonight. There's a little plate waiting under the refrigerator light. I know it isn't much, but sometimes love looks small. I saved you something for dinner, just so you'd know you were remembered. through it all. I woke sometime after midnight when I heard the front door close. You try to move around so quietly, like you always do. Then I heard the microwave turning and the cupboard opened twice. A few minutes later, you came by the room and said thank you. I really needed that tonight. You probably meant the food, but somehow I knew you meant more. I saved you something for dinner in case you came home hungry tonight. There's a little plate waiting under the refrigerator light. I know it isn't much, but sometimes love looks small. I saved you something for dinner, just so you'd know you were remembered through it all. Lord, how many times have you cared for me this way? Not always with a miracle, but enough for one more day. A person checking on me, a place where I could rest, something small arriving when I thought I had nothing left. Maybe care is holy long before we call it so. Maybe love is noticing what somebody might need before they ask. I'll keep saving something for dinner on nights when you get home too late. I'll leave one light burning and a little room upon the plate. And when I'm tired myself, help me still remember this. Love doesn't always need a speech. Sometimes it simply says, I thought of you before you came home. Kitchen quiet, one empty plate, your name still on the lid. Folding towels at the end of the day. The washing machine stopped turning a little after 10. I almost left it for tomorrow, then went down the hall instead. Warm towels in a basket, still carrying the heat. I brought them to the living room and folded them across my knees. One for the kitchen, two for the bath. Nothing beautiful, nothing anyone would photograph. Folding towels at the end of the day, thinking how much of a life looks ordinary this way. Things get used, things get washed, things are needed once again. Maybe love is partly caring for the things that care for us. Folding towels at the end of the day. Wanna paint along the corner from the room we changed last spring. One was faded from the summers when the children still lived here. I held it for a second, longer than I meant to do. Funny what a piece of cotton can quietly bring back to you. Then I stacked them like I always do, and and carried them away. But the hallway felt a little different than it had at the start of the day. Folding towels at the end of the day, thinking how much of a life looks ordinary this way. Things get used, things get washed, things are needed once again. Maybe love is partly caring for the things that care for us. Folding towels at the end of the day. Lord, I used to look for meaning in places far from here. Something larger, something clear, something everyone could see. But maybe a faithful life is made of quieter things. Washing what gets dirty, repairing what gets worn, showing up again tomorrow for people I have chosen to love. Maybe holiness can live inside repetition when love is why we do it. I'm folding towels at the end of the day, and I don't think this little life looks ordinary the same way. Things get used, people grow, rooms get quieter with years. Still there's something worth caring for as long as I am here. So I fold the final towel and turn the hallway light off. Thank you for the life that needed these hands today. Basket empty, house asleep. One small job complete. We stayed until the streetlights came on. We met beside the little park, a little after 4. You said you only had an hour. I said I couldn't stay much more. We walked the path around the pond and talked about the usual things. Your new job, my leaking roof, how early darkness comes these days. Then we found an empty bench beneath a maple tree, and somehow neither one of us got up to leave. We stayed until the streetlights came on, talking while the afternoon was gone. Nothing important, nothing new, just enough time to sit with you. The sky grew pale, the air grew cool, and neither one of us was watching the clock. We stayed until the streetlights came on, and I'm glad we didn't hurry home. You told me about your mother, how she calls you every night. I told you I've been waking early, though I never sleep on time. A little boy went past us, trying hard to ride his bike. His father ran behind him till he finally landed. begin to move. Maybe that's why some evenings shouldn't end, because they can. Sometimes staying 20 minutes more is worth changing all your plans. We stayed until the streetlights came on, talking while the afternoon was gone. Nothing important, nothing new, just enough time to sit with you. The sky grew pale, the air grew cool, and neither one of us was watching the clock. We stayed until the streetlights came on, and I'm glad we didn't hurry home. Lord, thank you for the people who make time feel less important, for conversations with no lesson and evenings with no plan. I keep looking for your goodness in the things that change my life. Maybe sometimes goodness is a friend who stays a little longer than they said. We stayed until the streetlights came on. Now the park was nearly empty and the daylight almost gone. You stood up first, I brushed the leaves from the sleeves of my old coat. We said, let's not wait so long next time. And this time, I think we meant it. We stayed until the streetlights came on, then walked slowly to our cars. One last street light, turning on, drive safe. You too. You too. The light was still on when I came home. It was almost 11:30 when I finally turned the corner. The rain had stopped an hour ago, but every road was shining. I had spent the whole day answering questions I could barely hear. By the time I reached my street, I had nothing left to give. Then I saw our kitchen window, one small light still on. The light was still on when I came home. Someone had remembered I was coming through that door. No questions waiting, no need to explain. Just a little pool of yellow in the middle of the rain. The light was still on when I came home, and somehow I didn't feel so tired anymore. There was a note beside the kettle, soup is in the fridge, don't wake me. I smiled because that's exactly how you always write to me. I took my shoes off in the hallway, heated up the bowl, and sat alone beneath that little lamp and let the whole day go. Nothing had been fixed, tomorrow still was waiting, but I was home. The light was still on when I came home. Someone had remembered I was coming through that questions waiting. No need to explain. Just a little pool of yellow in the middle of the rain. The light was still on when I came home, and somehow I didn't feel alone. Lord, I wonder how many lights you've left burning for me. Through the years I wandered late, through places I should never have been. How many doors stayed open longer than I deserved? How many times I came back tired with nothing good rehearsed? And you never asked me to become someone else before coming home. You simply left the light on. The light was still on when I came home. And tonight I understood a little more than I did before. Love doesn't always chase us. Sometimes love just stays, keeping one small window bright so we can find our way. And if somebody I love gets lost or comes home late, help me be the kind of person who leaves a little light on. Empty bowl, kitchen chair, one small lamp still there. Was a year I barely remember, except for driving home too late, eating dinner by the kitchen sink, and waking long before the day. I told everybody I'm alright, and most days I believed it too. I thought I kept myself together. I didn't know it was you. There was a woman from the office who brought lunch without a reason, a friend who called on Thursday nights and never asked me to be cheerful. My father fixed the broken shelf, though I said it didn't matter. And once a stranger held the door when both my hands were full. Little things I hardly noticed then. I didn't know you were carrying me. I thought I was walking every mile on my own. I didn't see your hands, I didn't hear your voice, but somehow when I had no strength I still kept going on. Now when I look behind me I can see I didn't know you were carrying me. There were mornings I woke wondering how much longer I could do it. Then somehow there was breakfast and somebody made me laugh. There was money for the heating when I thought we'd come up short. There was one chair beside me on the night I needed one. No thunder, no great sign, just enough again and again. I didn't know you were carrying me. I thought I was walking every mile on my own. I didn't see your hands, I didn't hear your voice, but somehow when I had no strength I still kept going on. Now when I look behind me I can see I didn't know you were carrying me. Maybe I was waiting for you to move a mountain while you were sending people to help me climb it slowly. Maybe I was asking for the storm to disappear while you were giving me a hand to hold until the sky became clear. Forgive me for the times I called your kindness coincidence. I know better now. Grace didn't always look the way I expected, but grace was there. Now I know you were carrying me through every quiet kindness I was too tired to see. Through meals left at the doorway, through voices on the phone, through all the ordinary hands that helped me make it home. And if another hard year comes and I cannot see the road, remind me what I know now. I have never walked alone. I didn't know you were carrying me, but now I know. No thunder, no great sign, just enough again and again. The house is quiet again this morning, just before the others wake. I turn the little kitchen light on and watch the kettle start to shake. Yesterday is still inside me, but it doesn't feel the same. Somehow all the ordinary kindness is giving yesterday another name. I used to think I made it through by holding everything alone. Now I know how many hands were helping me get home. So before the day gets busy, before I walk out through the door, I ask one simple question: what can I give that someone gave me before? I'll leave a little kindness behind wherever this day takes me. A patient word, an open door, a little room when somebody needs it. I may never know what someone else is carrying inside, but I've been held by quiet hands, so I'll leave a little kindness behind. At the bakery near the corner, a woman drops her change. People keep on moving past her, so I stop and help her gather everything. She laughs and says, I'm always doing this. I tell her, so am I. lets an older customer go first in line. Nothing worth remembering if you're looking for something grand. Still I notice how the morning keeps moving from hand to hand. Maybe goodness doesn't need to know how far it goes. Maybe all we're asked to do is give the little bit we hold. I'll leave a little kindness behind wherever this day takes me. A patient word, an open door, a little room when somebody needs it. I may never know what someone else is carrying inside, but I've been held by quiet hands, so I'll leave a little kindness behind. Lord, you carried me so quietly, I almost missed your care. Through meals and calls and waiting lights, through people simply being there. So let the grace that reach my life not stop when it reaches me. Let somebody feel a little less alone, because I chose to see. Not every prayer needs an answer, I can recognize. Sometimes I can become a small part of the answer in somebody else's life. I'll leave a little kindness behind, and I won't need my name remembered. I'll listen when somebody speaks, I'll stay a little longer. I'll call when someone crosses my mind, I'll keep a light on when I can, because everything that carried me once came through someone else's hands. I have been loved in quiet ways, so that's the kind of love I'll give away. I'll leave a little kindness behind and trust you with where it goes. The front door opens, morning air. Someone waves across the street. I wave back and start the day. Is quiet before everyone wakes. The house is quiet before everyone wakes. A little blue light underneath the door. The clock in the kitchen is all I can hear, and the old wooden floor beneath my feet. I fill the kettle, turn the small light on, pull out the chair I always use. For once there is nowhere I have to hurry, nothing I have to prove. So I sit here for a minute with my hands around the cup before the day begins, asking, I remember I am loved. Meet me in the quiet before the morning starts, before I carry everybody and everything inside my heart. I don't need the perfect words, I don't need to understand. Just let me sit here in the silence and remember whose I am. Meet me in the quiet before the morning starts. Soon there'll be footsteps down the hallway, someone asking where their sweater went. A door will close, a phone will ring, and every hour fill itself again. But right now the sky's getting lighter, a thin gold line above the trees, and I can hear a bird beginning like it knows something I need. Maybe peace is not a place where nothing ever moves. Maybe peace is knowing I don't move through life without you. Meet me in the quiet before the morning starts, before I carry everybody and everything inside my heart. I don't need the perfect words, I don't need to understand. Just let me sit here in the silence and remember whose I am. You were here before I woke, you'll be here when evening comes. In every room I walk into, I will never walk alone. So when the house begins to fill and this quiet disappears, let me carry something of this morning with me through the day. Stay with me beyond the quiet. When the morning starts, in the hurried little moments, in the ordinary parts, I may lose these peaceful minutes, but I won't lose your hand. The house is waking all around me, and now I think I can begin. Footsteps in the hallway, morning light, I leave the little lamp on and rise. I was driving before 7 with the heater running low. The road was almost empty and I had somewhere I should go. Then the trees opened beside me and I saw across the fields a quiet line of sunlight resting softly on the hills. I don't know why I noticed I've passed that way before, but this time I pulled over and opened up the door. I saw the morning resting on the hills. No hurry in the sunlight, no worry in the fields. The world was waking slowly, and somehow I could feel you were already here before I knew I needed you. I saw the morning resting on the hills, and for a little while my heart was still. There was mist above the meadow and water on the grass. A truck went by behind me, then the road was still again. I thought about the questions I'd been carrying all week, the answers I kept asking for, the sleep that I had lost. But standing there that morning, I didn't need them yet. The hill trust the light that finds me on the way. The fields don't know the future, still they open to the sun. Teach my heart that kind of trust to receive what you have given. I left the morning resting on the hills. The road was waiting for me and I had places still to be. Nothing about my questions had suddenly become clear, but I wasn't carrying them quite the same way anymore. You were there among the hills and you were coming down the road with me. Engine starts, morning behind me, light ahead. You left your umbrella here again. You left your umbrella here again, beside the shoes behind the door. The blue one with the broken handle you've forgotten twice before. I picked it up to put it somewhere, then I left it where it was, because somehow that old umbrella made the hallway feel less empty. You leave little pieces of your life in places you don't know. A cup beside the kitchen sink, a coat you meant to take back home. And maybe love is partly this, remembering what others leave behind, keeping something safe until they come again. You left your umbrella here, so I'll keep it dry. It started raining after lunchtime and I wondered where you were. I almost called to tell you, then remembered you'd be busy, so I sent a little message. Your umbrella's here with me. You wrote back, of course it is, with the laughing face you always use. And for some reason I smiled longer than I thought I would. You leave little pieces of your life in places you don't know. A cup beside the kitchen sink, a coat you meant to take back home. And maybe love is partly this, remembering what others leave behind, keeping something safe until they come again. You left your umbrella here, so I'll keep it dry. Lord, you know the things I leave behind, the words I meant to say, the promises I forget, the parts of me I lose along the way. Still you never seem impatient when I come back through your door. Maybe that's why little acts of love can tell me something care for what belongs to someone is another way of saying you matter here. You left your umbrella here again. I'll leave it by the door. Next time rain begins to fall, you'll know exactly where to look. And when you come, I'll make some tea. You can stay until the rain is through. Maybe love is soft and quieter than we expect it to be. Sometimes it's just keeping someone's umbrella dry and leaving room for them to return. Rain against the window, blue umbrella by the door. I almost threw this picture away. I was cleaning out a drawer, looking for a spare old key. Found a stack of faded pictures under things I didn't need. There I was beside the ocean, hair much shorter than today, standing next to people I haven't seen in years. I almost put it with the papers I was going to throw away. Then I noticed how I was smiling and sat down there to stay. I almost threw this picture away like it belonged to another life. But there I was, still becoming, still getting so much wrong and right. I don't need to go back there, I don't need those years to stay. But I'm glad she made it through them. I almost threw this picture away. I remember that old summer more clearly than I thought. I was worried about the future, certain I was falling short. I thought everybody else had somewhere better to begin. Funny seeing that young face now and knowing what she couldn't then. She would lose some things she wanted, find some things she never planned. And on nights she thought she'd fallen, there would still be one more hand. If I could speak across those years, I know what I would say. You don't have to know the ending, just keep living through today. I almost threw this picture away like it belonged to another life. But there I was, still becoming, still getting so much wrong and right. I don't need to go back there, I don't need those years to stay. But I'm glad she made it through them. I almost threw this picture away. And Lord, I see you differently, looking backward now. Not only in the doors that open, but in the strength I somehow found in people who stayed near me, and mornings after harder nights. I thought I was surviving on my own. Now I can see I wasn't. I won't throw this picture away, I'll place it somewhere I can see. Not to wish that I were younger, not to mourn who I used to be, just to remember every season had some grace I couldn't name. And the woman in this picture is still part of who I am today. So I'll keep this little picture, and then I'll close the drawer. One faded photograph, one quiet smile. Thank you for bringing her this far. Heard the tiredness in your voice, though you said don't wait for me. So we ate around the table, talked about the day we'd had. Then I covered one more plate and put it gently in the fridge. Nothing special, rice and something warm. Your name across the top. I saved you something for dinner in case you come home hungry tonight. There's a little plate waiting under the refrigerator light. I know it isn't much, but sometimes love looks small. I saved you something for dinner, just so you'd know you were remembered through it all. I woke sometime after midnight when I heard the front door close. You try to move around so quietly, like you always do. Then I heard the microwave turning and the cupboard opened twice. A few minutes later, you came by the room and said thank you. I really needed that tonight. You probably meant the food, but somehow I knew you meant more. I saved you something for dinner in case you came home hungry tonight. There's a little plate waiting under the refrigerator light. I know it isn't much, but sometimes love looks small. I saved you something for dinner, just so you'd know you were remembered through it all. Lord, how many times have you cared for me this way? Not always with a miracle, but enough for one more day. A person checking on me, a place where I could rest. Something small arriving when I thought I had nothing left. Maybe care is holy long before we call it so. Maybe love is noticing what somebody might need before they ask. I'll keep saving something for dinner on nights when you get home too late. I'll leave one light burning and a little room upon the plate. And when I'm tired myself, help me still remember this. Love doesn't always need a speech. Sometimes it simply says, I thought of you before you came home. away. The washing machine stopped turning a little after 10. I almost left it for tomorrow, then went down the hall instead. Warm towels in a basket, still carrying the heat. I brought them to the living room and folded them across my knees. One for the kitchen, two for the bath. Nothing beautiful, nothing anyone would photograph. Folding towels at the end of the day, thinking how much of a life looks ordinary this way. Things get used, things get washed, things are needed once again. Maybe love is partly caring for the things that care for us. Folding towels at the end of the day. Wanna paint along the corner from the room we changed last spring. One was faded from the summers when the children still lived here. I held it for a second, longer than I meant to do. Funny what a piece of cotton can quietly bring back to you. Then I stacked them like I always do and carried them away. But the hallway felt a little different than it had at the start of the day. Folding towels at the end of the day, thinking how much of a life looks ordinary this way. Things get used, things get washed, things are needed once again. Maybe love is partly caring for the things that care for us. Folding towels at the end of the day. Lord, I used to look for meaning in places far from here. Something larger, something clear, something everyone could see. But maybe a faithful life is made of quieter things. Washing what gets dirty, repairing what gets worn, showing up again tomorrow for people I have chosen to love. Maybe holiness can live inside repetition. When love is why we do it. I'm folding towels at the end of the day, and I don't think this little life looks ordinary the same way. Things get used, people grow, rooms get quieter with years. Still there's something worth caring for as long as I am here. So I fold the final towel and turn the hallway light off. Thank you for the life that needed these hands today. Basket empty, house asleep. One small job complete. We stayed until the streetlights came on. We met beside the little park a little after 4. You said you only had an hour. I said I couldn't stay much more. We walked the path around the pond and talked about the usual things. Your new job, my leaking roof, how early darkness comes these days. Then we found an empty bench beneath a maple tree, and somehow neither one of us got up to leave. We stayed until the streetlights came on, talking while the afternoon was gone. Nothing important, nothing new, just enough time to sit with you. The sky grew pale, the air grew cool, and neither one of us was watching the clock. We stayed until the streetlights came on, and I'm glad we didn't hurry home. You told me about your mother, how she calls you every night. I told you I've been waking early, though I never sleep on time. A little boy went past us, trying hard to ride his bike. His father ran behind him till he finally let him go. We both stopped talking for a moment, watched him make the turn. Then you said it's strange how fast the years begin to move. Maybe that's why some evenings shouldn't end, because they can. Sometimes staying 20 minutes more is worth changing all your plans. We stayed until the streetlights came on, talking while the afternoon was gone. Nothing important, nothing new, just enough time to sit with you. The sky grew pale, the air grew cool, and neither one of us was watching the clock. We stayed until the streetlights came on, and I'm glad we didn't hurry home. Lord, thank you for the people who make time feel less important, for conversations with no lesson and evenings with no plan. I keep looking for your goodness in the things that change my life. Maybe sometimes goodness is a friend who stays a little longer than they said. We stayed until the streetlights came on. Now the park was nearly empty and the daylight almost gone. You stood up first, I brushed the leaves from the sleeves of my old coat. We said, let's not wait so long next time. And this time, I think we meant it. We stayed until the streetlights came on, then walked slowly to our cars. One last streetlight, turning on, drive safe. You too. You too. The light was still on when I came home. It was almost 11:30 when I finally turned the corner. The rain had stopped an hour ago, but every road was shining. I had spent the whole day answering questions I could barely hear. By the time I reached my street, I had nothing left to give. Then I saw our kitchen window, one small light still on. The light was still on when I came home. Someone had remembered I was coming through that door. No questions waiting, no need to explain. Just a little pool of yellow in the middle of the rain. The light was still on when I came home. And somehow I didn't feel so tired anymore. There was a note beside the kettle. Soup is in the fridge, don't wake me. I smiled because that's exactly how you always write to me. I took my shoes off in the hallway, heated up the bowl, and sat alone beneath that little lamp and let the whole day go. Nothing had been fixed, tomorrow still was waiting, but I was home. The light was still on when I came home. Someone had remembered I was coming through that door. No questions waiting, no need to explain. Just a little pool of yellow in the middle of the rain. The light was still on when I came home. And somehow I didn't feel alone. Lord, I wonder how many lights you've left burning for me. Through the years I wandered late, through places I should never have been. How many doors stayed open longer than I deserved? How many times I came back tired with nothing good rehearsed? And you never asked me to become someone else before coming home. You simply left the light on. The light was still on when I came home. And tonight I understood a little more than I did before. Love doesn't always chase us. Sometimes love just stays, keeping one small window bright so we can find our way. And if somebody I love gets lost or comes home late, help me be the kind of person who leaves a little light on. Empty bowl, kitchen chair, one small lamp still there. I didn't know you were carrying me. There was a year I barely remember, except for driving home too late, eating dinner by the kitchen sink. thinking long before the day I told everybody I'm alright, and most days I believed it too. I thought I kept myself together, I didn't know it was you. There was a woman from the office who brought lunch without a reason, a friend who called on Thursday nights and never asked me to be cheerful. My father fixed the broken shelf, though I said it didn't matter. And once a stranger held the door when both my hands were full. Little things I hardly noticed then. I didn't know you were carrying me. I thought I was walking every mile on my own. I didn't see your hands, I didn't hear your voice, but somehow when I had no strength I still kept going on. Now when I look behind me I can see I didn't know you were carrying me. There were mornings I woke wondering how much longer I could do it. Then somehow there was breakfast and somebody made me laugh. There was money for the heating when I thought we'd come up short. There was one more chair beside me on the night I needed one. No thunder, no great sign, just enough again and again. I didn't know you were carrying me. I thought I was walking every mile on my own. I didn't see your hands, I didn't hear your voice, but somehow when I had no strength I still kept going on. Now when I look behind me I can see I didn't know you were carrying me. Maybe I was waiting for you to move a mountain while you were sending people to help me climb it slowly. Maybe I was asking for the storm to disappear while you were giving me a hand to hold until the sky became clear. Forgive me for the times I called your kindness coincidence. I know better now. Grace didn't always look the way I expected, but grace was there. Now I know you were carrying me through every quiet kindness I was too tired to see. Through meals left at the doorway, through voices on the phone, through all the ordinary hands that helped me make it home. And if another hard year comes and I cannot see the road, remind me what I know now. I have never walked alone. I didn't know you were carrying me, but now is quiet again this morning, just before the others wake. I turn the little kitchen light on and watch the kettle start to shake. Yesterday is still inside me, but it doesn't feel the same. Somehow all the ordinary kindness is giving yesterday another name. I used to think I made it through by holding everything alone. Now I know how many hands were helping me get home. So before the day gets busy, before I walk out through the door, I ask one simple question: what can I give that someone gave me before? I'll leave a little kindness behind wherever this day takes me. A patient word, an open door, a little room when somebody needs it. I may never know what someone else is carrying inside, but I've been held by quiet hands, so I'll leave a little kindness behind. At the bakery near the corner, a woman drops her change. People keep on moving past her, so I stop and help her gather everything. She laughs and says, I'm always doing this. I tell her, so am I. Then the man behind the counter lets an older customer go first in line. Nothing worth remembering if you're looking for something grand. Still I notice how the morning keeps moving from hand to hand. Maybe goodness doesn't need to know how far it goes. Maybe all we're asked to do is give the little bit we hold. I'll leave a little kindness behind wherever this day takes me. A patient word, an open door, a little room when somebody needs it. I may never know what someone else is carrying inside, but I've been held by quiet hands, so I'll leave a little kindness behind. Lord, you carried me so quietly, I almost missed your care. Through meals and calls and waiting lights, through people simply being there. So let the grace that reach my life not stop when it reaches me. Let somebody feel a little less alone, because I chose to see. Not every prayer needs an answer. I can recognize sometimes I can become a small part of the answer in somebody else's life. I'll leave a little kindness behind, and I won't need my name remembered. I'll listen when somebody speaks. I'll stay a little longer. I'll call when someone crosses my mind. I'll keep a light on when I can, because everything that carried me once came through someone else's hands. I have been loved in quiet ways, so that's the kind of love I'll give away. I'll leave a little kindness behind and trust you with where it goes. The front door opens, morning air. Someone waves across the street. I wave back and start the day.